fancy goldfish might look cute and harmless. But what if I told you that behind that adorable look, there are many things going on. Some of them can literally starve to death even when the tank is full of food like a food festival. And yeah, they still lose even when food is everywhere. And we'll get into it in a moment. But that's not even the worst part. Behind that adorable face, this fish might be one of the most unlucky fish in the entire hobby. Wanna know why? Stick around, because after you watch this video, it'll change the way you see this fish forever. When most people see fancy goldfish, they thought easy fish for beginner. Just feed it and relax. Perfect for small tanks or fish bowls perhaps. But here's the reality. They are slow, fragile, badly designed, and require way more care than many people expected. And the crazy part, it's not even an accident. And here's why. Let's kick things off with something ironic. Fancy goldfish are surprisingly smart fish. They can recognize their owners, remember their roommates, remember their feeding time, and even learn routines. Sounds fun, right? Until you look the way they swim. I mean, just look at it. They are slow, clumsy swimmers. It's like smart brain, but the body have a hard time understanding the assignment. They're trying their best, but their physics is not on their side. This is where things getting uncomfortable. That round, chubby body, it does make them look adorable, but that is not natural. And actually, it compresses their internal organs. And now we have a fish that's struggling to swim and built more for that awe factor instead of function. It's basically a fish that's designed for cuteness, not survival. And here's where it gets worse. Some fancy goldfish can't even see properly. You know those fancy goldfish with some wacky eyes type, like telescope eyes, celestial eyes, or that obnoxious bubble eyes? They look cool, but their vision, it's limited, distorted, and almost useless. And now imagine you're slow, your body doesn't work properly, and your eyes are almost useless. You know what happens next? This is where things get ironic and also dark at the same time. Remember when I said that they can starve even if the tank is full of food? Now we are gonna talk about it. Fancy goldfish don't always starve because there's no food. The reason they starve, it's because they cannot compete. In the aquarium, the food doesn't wait. The fastest fish wins. And fancy goldfish, they are slow, they're gonna miss their food, and they get outcompeted. Combined with that perfect storm of bad vision and bad body design. And then what happens next? Everything looks fine. But one fish gets weaker, thinner, and slower, and eventually disappear.
Emotional damage!
And most beginners, they don't even know what's went wrong. And if you're keeping fancy goldfish, this is the most important part. To prevent it, feed sinking food. Spread the food across the tank or feed weaker fish separately. If you don't, the strongest fish exist and the weakest fish disappear. You know what's the crazy part? Normal goldfish and fancy goldfish are not the same. Normal goldfish are fast, strong, and almost bulletproof, while fancy goldfish, they are slow, fragile, and cost more maintenance. Looking at these two goldfishes, it's like looking at the bunny versus hare. Same origins, but totally different. But how does this happen? So why are they like this? Simple. We made them this way. Fancy goldfish didn't exist in the wild, and you will not gonna find them anyway. They were selectively bred for body shapes, eyes, and even head growth, not survival. So the fish that you see every time at the fish store is not a natural thing. It's design. And I actually have a whole video how fancy goldfish become a thing that you can check out. Link in the iCard. And then there's this. You see that head growth? That's called wen. A fluffy head growth that does make them look cooler or cuter, but it also can be a literal mess at the same time. It can cover their eyes and block their vision. Some owners even trim it so the fish can actually see clearer. So yeah, you're not the only one that needs a fresh haircut. Your fish might also need a fresh haircut. And just because you see them small, don't you think that size is enough? They still grow bigger than people expect. Not massive, but big enough to cause some problems. And now combined with everything, bad swimming, bad vision, awkward body, and incompatibility to compete for food, you get a fish that does look adorable, but struggle in a way that most people never thought. And maybe it's best to keep them away from bowls. And next time you see fancy goldfish at the fish store, remember this. Cuter your goldfish, more work you need to do. They are more than just adorable fish. They are high maintenance by design. It's far from anything called easy fish. And when you buy them, you are not just getting a fish, but you are signing up for the responsibility for something that was never built to thrive easily. And there you have it, the truth of fancy goldfish. A fish that was considered the unluckiest fish in the entire hobby, but many people still love them. This video might change the way you see them, and when you want to keep them, you should have know what you are headed with. And that wraps up this video, and now I'm curious. What surprised you the most about fancy goldfish? Have you ever seen one struggling like this? Drop it in the comments and hit the thumbs up if this video changed the way you view them, and share it to your friends who think they are easy fish. And if you want to see more fun or helpful fish keeping content, subscribe now, as there will be more you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.